What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so thankful that you're joining me for the third video. Today, y'all, I want to share a heartfelt experience I had with my 10-year-old daughter. And I'm telling y'all, it really opened up my eyes to the complexity of grief and coping with loss. Let's get into it. So recently, doing just like a small quiet moment with my daughter, I asked her how she was coping with the losses our family had endured over the years. And to be honest, we've faced the passing of four beloved family members, and these are like close family members: my mom, my sister's brothers, and my baby. Um, and I was just curious about her perspective. She looked at me and she honestly just said, "I just forget about it." So initially, I was taken aback. I mean, here was my daughter who has experienced her share of grief, suggesting that forgetting was her way of coping. And this response made me reflect on the ways we as adults often navigate our grief. We strive to process our emotions, yet here was my child expressing a desire to escape the pain. And I just want to say that this is a powerful reminder that our coping mechanisms can vary widely depending on our age and understanding. While I did appreciate her attempt to shield herself from the pain, I wanted to take this opportunity to dive deeper into why trying to forget our grief is not a healthy choice and how embracing our feelings can lead to healing. As we all know, grief is a natural response to loss, and it's essential to recognize that it's not something to be ashamed of. It's a profound emotional experience that can encompass a wide range of feelings. Y'all, I am talking anger, sadness, confusion, and even relief. Each of us processes grief differently. What works for one person may not work for another. The instinct may be to push away those painful memories, to forget, as my daughter suggested. But is that really the best way to cope? So, guys, when we try to forget, we may unintentionally suppress our emotions, and this can lead to unresolved feelings that linger beneath the surface. We don't want that because often it manifests in unexpected ways, and I mean through anxiety, depression, or even physical symptoms. Instead of moving forward, we may find ourselves stuck in a cycle of avoidance, which can hinder our overall healing. Now, I want to talk about the importance of embracing grief. So, how do we embrace grief instead of trying to forget it? First and foremost, it's about acknowledging our feelings. It's okay to feel sad, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to miss the loved ones we lost. By allowing ourselves to fully experience those emotions, we begin to understand that grief doesn't mean we're weak. It's a testament to the love we have for those who are no longer with us. One way to embrace grief is through open communication. Just like the conversation I had with my daughter, talking about our feelings can help us process them. Encourage open dialogue with family and friends. Share stories, express fears, and talk about the good times. This not only helps in processing our emotions, but also creates a supportive environment where everyone feels comfortable sharing their experiences. Another powerful way to embrace grief is through rituals and memories. These acts can take many forms: lighting a candle in the memory of the loved one, creating a memory box filled with cherished items, or even establishing a tradition in their honor. For example, you might set aside a specific day each year to celebrate their life, sharing stories and laughter while remembering the joy they brought into your life. Know that these rituals serve as a reminder that while our loved ones may no longer be physically with us, they remain a part of our lives in spirit. Through these acts of remembrance, we not only honor their memory, but we also create a space for our grief to exist alongside our loves. Now we'll talk about self-care, an act of love. During times of grief, it's easy to neglect our own well-being. We may find ourselves overwhelmed by emotions, leading us to forget to care for ourselves. However, self-care is crucial during these times. It's an act of love, both for ourselves and for those we've lost. Engaging in activities that bring joy and comfort can help us navigate through the pain. Whether it's spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, pursuing hobbies, or simply taking a moment to breathe deeply and reflect, self care allows us to recharge and reconnect with ourselves. Remember, taking care of emotional health doesn't mean we've forgotten our loved ones. It means we are choosing to honor their memory by continuing to live our lives fully. I talked about this in my last video, seeking support because you're not alone. Finally, I want to emphasize the importance of seeking support. Grief can feel, how do I say it? Grief can feel isolating, but it's essential to remember that we don't have to navigate this journey alone. Whether it's through friends, family, or professional counseling, having a support system can make a world of difference. I promise you. Consider joining support groups where you can connect with others who have experienced some similar losses. Sharing your experiences with people who understand can foster healing and create a sense of community. It's a reminder that we are all in this together and there's no need to suffer in silence. Here are some lessons from my daughter. Reflecting on my daughter's perspective, I realized it's essential to honor her feelings while also guiding her toward healthier coping mechanisms. Children often have a unique way of seeing the world, and while forgetting may seem like a simple solution, it's our responsibility as adults to help them understand that it's okay to feel, to remember, and to grieve. Together, we can teach our children that grief is not something to be feared or avoided. It's a natural part of life. By embracing our feelings and allowing ourselves to grieve, we can create a space for healing and growth. So guys, as we wrap up today's discussion, I want to remind you that there's no right or wrong way to grieve. It's a deeply personal journey, and it's essential to honor your own process. Remember, it's okay to feel a wide range of emotions. Grief is not linear, and healing takes time. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this important conversation. If you found value in this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more discussions on healing after loss. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, you're not alone in this journey through grief, and together we can learn to embrace our feelings and heal one step at a time. Bye.